Hello, welcome back to Man v Film, on to more ramblings about collecting 2.0, and one of the toughest parts of it, one of the hardest elements to overcome so far is letting go. You know, I finally got myself to the situation where I knew I had to remove titles from the collection. It just got too far, it was too big, unwieldy, and I had no more space. And I jumped into it. I took charge and I went in and grabbed these titles and pulled them out of the collection. Took them to the side and was like, yes, these are the titles that are going to go. I feel so much better. I've cleared out the collection. Everything is wonderful. It's a brand new day. The horizon looks so cheery and rosy, and I can't wait to continue with my collecting 2.0. But this looming shadow of a pile of movies is still there. It's still hovering over me. It's still scratching around in the back of my skull, trying its poisonous whispers to kind of stay within my collection. It's something that's rather daunting, pulling that amount of titles out, realising that there's some there that just aren't worth anything, which is, well, what it is. I will pass them on to someone who may love them more than I do at the moment. But there is titles that are worth selling. There are titles that are rather valuable there. And I find myself struggling a lot with pricing. Now, I would like to get the money back I at least paid for them, which would be great. I would like to get fair market value for them. But I have an almost stumbling block at the moment of how to price some of these titles. And looking at eBay, I can see there are some titles on there at big prices, and I have put a couple of items on eBay at smaller prices. Take a few pounds off what they are on there to try and get them to move quickly. But again, I don't know if I'm overpricing, underpricing, what I'm doing with it. I've had a big step, a small step, whatever you want to look at it. I have sold several titles privately to people that have messaged me. I have managed to push on a few titles, and then you feel that almost compulsion because you have a little friendship with some people, or I do, with the people I chat to on my channel, and I don't want to feel like I'm taking advantage of them by overpricing items. So I think I've undervalued certain ones as well, and just because I want to pass them on to people that I kind of knew and would love the products as much as I did. But it's this getting the movies out which seems to be a stumbling block for me. It takes a bit of time to put them on to eBay. I started a Facebook group, and again, people asking for prices, and you're like, what the hell do I price these things for? What do I look for fair market value? Looking at eBay and again trying to shave a few pounds off it. If you're doing private sales, you kind of can go a little bit cheaper because you're missing out on the eBay money that they're taking off you for selling your items. But again, it's just another stumbling block that just makes it a little bit harder, that makes it a little bit tougher to comprehend. Like, I don't know how to price these. I don't know what's the fair market value. I don't want to offend people for asking for too much. Do you know what? It's becoming a hassle. Maybe I shouldn't sell them. Maybe I should just hang on to these titles that I know I don't want to watch again, that I'm quite happy to see going out of my collection. I am, I think, particularly lazy. I want the path of least resistance. I want to be able to sell these movies, clear them out of my collection, but without actually the hassle of dealing with it. And I think this is something that could be quite prominent and amongst the collectors out there about it. As we hang on to things just because it's a pain in the ass to put them on eBay, to put them on groups, to package them, post them, send them out. You're also waiting on people trying to stiff you, the package never arrived, or some nonsense like that that's just going to make you just shut up shop and just not do anything else, because there's always people out there that are like that as well. I have done so much good work so far, pulling things out and clearing the collection. I am trying to sell off bits and pieces and clear out some. I think I've sold maybe 10 so far to people that really kind of wanted these titles, and I'm happy to pass them on to these people as well. But what I need to do is find a more streamlined way of doing it, to find a more sustainable way of doing this that fits into my lifestyle, the things that I have to do, while still being able to make time to do these kind of tasks. It's a tough one, it's a hard one, but I know it's a hurdle that I need to overcome, and being able to sell a couple already has been really great, and I need to do more of that. I need to get in contact with the people who've messaged me and give them prices and deals on things, to shift these things away, which I think I may do after this video. Just get over the hump of it, contact a couple of people who've contacted me and see if they still want to buy any of these titles at a decent price, to help me recoup some costs and to help me free up some valuable space. So there we have it. I'm going to drop a link below this video to the Facebook group I've made, the movie trading post, where you can come along and hopefully do some private deals and shift some of your collections, which I hopefully won't buy, but there's every possibility that I may, because you know, collectors going to collect. But as always, as we get to these videos, I want to reissue my main point. Collect responsibly. Let's try and be the best that we can be. Let's try and be a little bit smarter about our collecting, and although we may gather lots, let's clear out the rubbish, let's preen the collection and make things much better, and just make it such a positive collecting rather than a negative collecting experience. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.